Hey everybody, it's Leah of seejanedrill, and today I'm going to show you how to do this texture right here. Now if you're wondering what it's called, I gotta tell you, it has a number of different names. It goes by the name of mud trowel knockdown, a skip trowel, a Santa Fe, a Spanish knockdown. Today we're going to call it a skip trowel. Let's get started. You know, a lot of times what happens is at home you've got a wall, it's been patched a million times and it just looks bad. Or you might not be satisfied with the texture that you currently have, and the texture that I'm going to use today is a very aggressive looking heavy texture that can easily hide imperfections in any wall. Now the tape here, it hasn't been sanded, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to apply a texture right over it. You'll never know that this tape is here. You want to make certain that you select a plaster, okay, a joint compound that has a setting time that will correspond with your project. Okay, now what I want to do is just show you how some of the bags are labeled. See where it says 20? Well, that means it's a very fast setting joint compound. 15 to 20 minutes is really all you're going to get. So if you're working on a large area like an entire wall, you wouldn't go with a 20. Today we're going to be using a 90, and that's going to give us roughly 90 minutes to work with the material. It goes up even higher than 90. Just make certain that you select a set time that really corresponds with the project that you're working on. Just make certain that you wet your tools with water, because that's going to prevent the plaster from setting on your tools. And it helps you clean your tools and keep them nice and clean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of mud on the wall here, okay? I'm just coating it a little bit. That's it. I've got a layer of joint compound on, okay? Now, it's almost impossible to ruin a skip trowel, because it's the randomness and the aggressiveness of the pattern that's so beautiful, and it really will hide just about anything. Now, what you do is you lay your trowel almost flat, not completely, okay, but almost flat. If you come around to the front, you can see how the trowel is angled to the wall, all right? And what you want to do is just make a random swirl pattern. That's it. Random. Now I'm going to start at the bottom again, come up. It's just random. Now, a good skip trowel will have some smooth areas. See where that's kind of flat and smooth? You don't have that aggressive pattern there. And that's kind of what you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the mock-up here to give you a better idea of how it will look all together. Okay? And I'm just going to move very quickly. Remember I talked about that tape and how easy the tape can be hidden? Watch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pattern in. Notice how you can't even see the tape anymore. Now I'm just going to continue on. Just get a coat up there first, and a light coat. Just a light coat. Now I'm going to put my pattern in. Remember, almost flat, the trowel almost flat, but not quite. And you want to just doing it real slow so you can see. And that's it. I'm going to smooth it out, and I'm going to show you a lighter finish, and then I'll show you a more aggressive one. Okay? Now, if you want a lighter, less aggressive finish, well, you skim less material on the wall, okay? You start off with less material. Do the same thing. You want that trowel to be very close to the wall. And I'll tell you, the aggressiveness of the texture is really personal. It's what you like. Now notice, this is a light skip trowel texture, And notice how it still hid all the imperfections. The tape was somewhere in this area. You don't even see it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the texture, okay? And I'm going to show you a more aggressive style, real heavy skip trowel. Okay, so when you're going with a very heavy skip trowel, you have to put more material on. So I'm going to start off with a lot more. That's a lot. Now, what I want to say is this. You can't put joint compound on too heavy. You want to go any more heavy than this, otherwise it's going to crack on you. Now it comes time for me to put the texture in. Again, place that trowel close to the wall, but not completely flat. And I'm going to make a semi-swirl pattern. This is a very heavy, pronounced texture, and generally you would find this on ceilings, and not so much on walls. Now here's something to be mindful of. If you've taken on a big project and you want to do an entire room or an entire wall and you're working with someone else, only one person should apply the texture. Both of you can put skimming on, but only one hand should do the texture. And the reason for that is, okay, this looks like a random pattern. It is a random pattern. However, your pattern is unique to you. So if you have two people working on a wall and you stand back after the wall is finished, believe it or not, you're going to see a difference. That's why it's so very important that just one person apply the pattern. This is Leah saying, you can do this. See you next time.